today it was not just announced, but also released, which is kind of rare for modern games, even for downloadable games. NES Remix on the Wii U via the eShop.
I think it's interesting. I think it's neat. I think the main reason they would probably do something like that so quick is because it generates good feelings among the fan base that's interested. Not only is there, hey, this cool new thing, but it's also something that they can get right now. I also feel like it was probably because it was something that they could put together fairly quickly. I mean, all it is reusing assets. I mean, that's all they did.
Sure.
And then they put spins on it. And it's not something that you can't pre-order. It's not something you can go out and buy for someone as a gift.
Explain what it is a little bit.
So it takes a number of like the classic Nintendo games. It looks to be entirely black box games. Actually, don't you do it? Don't do it.
Well, Zelda was in there too.
Oh, okay, Zelda was in there, but
not just black box games. Not just that.
So. And it breaks them up into bite-sized chunks and it switches them around. So in one area it shows, Link playing Donkey Kong, and in another it's you've got to hit a hole in one on a 3-part course in golf. Yep. Now this is out so people who have played it, which is not us, can already chime in. I think it looks fun. It reminds me a bit of the WarioWare series of games, which I actually really enjoy. It also looks like it would be something that would fare way better on a handheld. I don't know. It just seems like something that would be more handheld oriented, but if Nintendo wants to turn the Wii around, they do have to make certain things that are appealing, exclusive to that system.
By the way, I had the NES Marathon stuff up. I just shut it off. I restarted the podcast. I might go on.
Well, yeah, sure. As far as it looks like it's fun. I would probably pay for it. Depends on how much content is there and if they can expand on it. Like I said, it seems to me as something that would be more fun on the go as opposed to in front of your TV. Also, I think there are some, and I don't really know if I'm in that camp without playing it, but some that would argue that instead of spending time on recycling your assets and essentially hacking your own ROMs, they could be using that to create something more unique.
I don't think it's one or the other, though. I don't think it's mutually exclusive that you can't rehash some downloadable game that a team of maybe 5 people worked on or 10 people versus new IPs. I don't think it's like that at all.
No, it's not. It is interesting to see after ROM hacks have come into like
fruition.
Yeah, it's become popular to see Nintendo suddenly jumping in on it. That said, if I had a Wii U and it wasn't the holidays and I had 15 spare bucks, I'd probably own it.
I'd pick this up if it was on. Now, I'm surprised it's not on the 3DS.
Well, that's what I was saying. It's more of a portable thing. If it was on the 3DS, I'd probably buy it.
Yeah,
right now.
Just thinking about the multiplayer on the plane or just traveling around, and maybe I haven't even seen there's any multiplayer game challenges.
No, that didn't look like there was, but
maybe they'll add on to it.
If it looks to play as fast as I think it does, which would be not quite as fast as a WarioWare game, but still speedier than a normal game, it would be one of those things where you could just bounce back and forth between 2 people who are sitting next to each other playing portably,
challenges,
and see who does better. That to me. Hell, you could run it at the same time. You could do a series of them in a row, like a Nintendo World Championships cart, and compare scores at the end.
That's the cool part. Is that something they can set up leaderboards on the different challenges and things like that.
If they do that, then it's definitely very interesting.
I don't see why they wouldn't, because it's set up for that. So there's 12 different games or game worlds, and then there's, I guess, multiple. They didn't say how many challenges within each world.
Yeah, I saw a couple. I saw the number 12 thrown around. I saw the number 18 thrown around, so I don't know how much is actually out there.
So we'll say at least maybe 9 or 10 for each. Oh, well, over 100 game challenges. It sounds like.
I have no idea if it's that many, but
that would be worth it.
I would hope so. If it was 100 challenges spread out among 12 different games, sure, I'd buy it for 15. Why not?
$10 would be a better price point, especially if it's something on the 3DS. I'd jump out in a second. 15 for a game that, like I said, is mostly ROM hacks and old assets. That's a little boring. It's still fun though. I'll be very interested to see if there's a demo put out with maybe I'll give you a few different challenges just to see how it plays, how it feels.